Guys, I want to apologize. I just realized after I was done recording this episode that for some reason the mic got switched in my settings to my MacBook. So it actually recorded over my MacBook's microphone. And I literally recorded an entire episode. So I'm tried to clean it up as best as possible, but it's not going to be perfect. So I really apologize. So I'm so sorry that happened, guys. I hope you still enjoy the episode, though.
Hello, 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 all my beautiful friends from all across the vast reaches of the internet. I hope each and every single one of you is doing absolutely fantastic on this fine Tuesday morning whenever you happen to be listening to this podcast episode, whether that was morning, evening, or into the deep, dark depths of the night. Welcome back to the Reddit Asks Us podcast, the podcast where we read and react to comments from r/Ask Reddit. I am your host, Luke Dick. Now, before we get too deep into the podcast, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts, please leave us a rating and also leave us a review. It helps out the show so immensely much. Remember, you can leave a comment on this week's episode, and I'll read that comment out loud in the next week's following episode. And you can do that by going to the description of the episode in Spotify. And you don't need a subscription, you just need an account. And you can click on the description, scroll down, you should see a comment section, and you should see the accompanying Would You Rather, because we do a Would You Rather every single week. And I don't think I actually I posted it, but I didn't read it off last week, so that was my bad to everybody. It's been holy crap, guys. It has been ridiculous last month and a bit. I was on a crazy work schedule in May, and then I graduated from university, and so I flew all the way back to Nova Scotia in Canada for that, and I'm living in Alberta now, so it's just really far, and then which is literally on the other side of the country, and then I came back. I had a lot of school stuff to take care of, and then I started a new job. So I am week 2 actually at my new job, and it's working out a lot better for my sleep schedule in general. I'm still recovering. I just did cumulatively over the past weekend, I did an 18-hour drive. I drove 9 hours up to northern Saskatchewan for my one of my best buddies' bachelor parties. So he's getting married, so super massive congratulations to him, and I can't wait to go to the wedding. It's going to be lit. And so I drove. It's so funny to think that it's like in some places people will drive that far and end up in another country, and to me that's literally just the province where I'm from, like next to me. So I drove from Calgary all the way up to this place up in northern Saskatchewan, past around an area called Candle Lake. Really nice. My dad is from up that area, so I grew up going up there for my grandparents. They lived up there for a really long time, all throughout my childhood. So I'm quite familiar with the area, and beautiful area up there in northern Saskatchewan. So, but I had to drive 9 hours up there, weekend of festivities, and then 9 hours back, in the span of whatever it was, a few days, like 3 days. So suffice to say, I slept for 10 hours the next day, and that brings me to today. So I apologize for the low energy today if I have low energy, guys, because I am freaking gassed, okay? And then I had my full day at work, so I'm very appreciative for the things and the people that I have in my life. Don't get me wrong. I'm very thankful to be at my new job, and I'm very thankful for my friends and my people, but and my day ones, because we'll all live together forever. So it's I'm just tired. I'm just exhausted, guys. It's been just a wild past month and a half. Really just insane, but things should start to normalize a bit here soon. So I'm hoping that to get back into the regular groove of things. And working less weekends too. So, with that said, the result of the Would You Rather last week was Would you rather have definite proof of aliens or ghosts? And we had a swing for aliens, which I feel like is like that's the answer I would have chosen. Okay, I don't ghosts. Okay, well they've been existing long enough and haven't really screwed with us that much. Okay, like if ghosts were as big of a problem as the movies make them out to be, and they actually did exist, we would know by now. You know what I'm saying? Like we would have some pretty solid proof that these things are wreaking havoc. That we have a big ghost problem. That's literally the whole point of the movie Ghostbusters, right? That's we would have Ghost Squadron 1 on it, okay? But some Navy SEAL team ghost activation squad, okay? So seeing as though that does not exist, um, I don't think it's that much to worry about. But aliens, that one's intriguing. Okay, this movie Discovery, the new Steven Spielberg movie, or Discovery Day, or Disclosure Day, or whatever. I'm curious to see how actually good this movie is, because it's getting hyped up a lot, and I feel like whenever that happens with a movie, it ends up being very mid. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think the jury's out on this until I have seen it, until my refined movie palate has acquired the taste of Disclosure Day. Only then will we know whether the movie lived up to its expectations. Okay, let's read the comments. So last week's episode, sorry, I'm just gonna go back here. Last week's episode, what is surprisingly illegal? So, we have a comment from Phil Savannah. What's going on, Phil? In certain cities, it's illegal to feed pigeons. Yeah, I think that's actually pretty common in Canada too. Geese, especially. We have a lot of geese, and you're not supposed to feed the geese. Geese are also really aggressive. Like, they will charge at you, and it's really whack. I hate birds. Birds freak me out. Like, maybe that's like a vestigial psychological thing that's going on with my mind, but birds seriously freak me out. Like, they make me uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It's like being around a person that you're uncomfortable with. It's like, really, like, do I have to be around this guy? I really don't. Like, this guy is, something makes me think this guy's just gonna freaking snap. Okay, and I'm not on the same page. Okay, excuse me. Oh. Also, brief shout out to my manager for getting me a left-handed mouse. That's been kind of changing my life. I've never really had a left-handed mouse before, and I'm like learning how to use it. And obviously, it's not very common to have a left-handed mouse. But shout out to my manager for getting me a left-handed mouse. Let's see. Ghosts would give proof of an afterlife Ghosts would give proof of an afterlife, and with proof of that, it might actually make shitty people behave better, thus making the world better. Or if there's an afterlife, wouldn't it make shitty people behave shittier because they're just like, fuck it, I'll live forever. Even if I'm a ghost, I'll just torment people. The interesting thing about aliens is knowing that life exists that we don't know about. Ghosts do the same thing, but with people we already knew and thought we exist. And thought we lost. Aliens would tell us we're not alone. Ghosts would tell us we are never alone, which is good or bad depending. It's very true. It's quite what's the word I'm looking for? That's quite profound. We got Phil the Savannah philosopher. Niels replies and says, quote, proof aliens exist would tell us we're not alone. Proof of ghosts would mean we're never alone, quote, unquote. That is a pretty epic quote you got there. I agree, Niels. Niels also says, I live really close to Amsterdam. It is illegal to feed the pigeons there because they will come back with even more crapping all over the monuments and make a big mess in general. I think that's generally why they're not supposed to do it. And it's like, obviously you could mess with what they're eating. It's not good for them, all that kind of stuff. DM, what's going on? DM says, not illegal per se, but at my middle school you can't wear hats. Seems pretty basic, but the thing is, it's a very nice town, so it's not like they're worried about the kids becoming criminals. So I really don't understand the rule. I'd rather have proof aliens exist. If they were close, if you know what I mean, if you get what I mean, like it really doesn't matter if aliens exist. We're so far away, they would be forever unreachable by us humans. Ghosts would be on a planet. Planet would be easier to communicate. So, wait, I'd rather have proof. If you, yeah, that's so true though. Like, if we got proof aliens existed, but just like far, super, super far away, it would kind of just be like, that's cool, and you know what I mean. Like, it sounds crappy to say, but like it's just like there's no point. Like, it's like this is going to make a big difference in 5,000 years when we have the ability to, travel through space by bending space-time because something is 2 billion light years away. Like, it's like, okay, that's, guys, good news, we found life. Bad news is it doesn't really fucking matter. Like, it genuinely, I don't know, I feel like it just doesn't. Yeah, like, it's like, okay, that's cool, kind of matches what we all thought. We have really no way of doing anything about it. Next one from Stressed Human. What's going on, Stressed Human? Great to see you back. In Brooklyn, New York, and Arizona, it's illegal to have a donkey sleep in a bathtub. Have a great day. Well, okay, well, this one just seems obvious to me. I mean, you can't have a donkey in a bathtub. Like, that just seems animal cruelty, number one. Number two, it's just like, donkeys aren't supposed to be in bathtubs, okay? They have other ways of cleaning themselves. Seems like we need to save the bathtubs for the people, not the donkeys. That's why they're literally made for people. So yeah, if I catch you with a donkey sleeping in your bathtub, best believe I'm calling the cops, okay? Especially those NYPD. NYPD's about to hear from me, okay? I don't think they have enough going on right now. With all the crazy celebrations. The Knicks won the NBA championship. I don't think they have enough on their hands, okay? So yeah. Keeping people from harming each other after they just won the NBA championship. You can put that on hold, okay? I've got some pressing matters here. There's a donkey in my neighbor's bathtub. So, and then Neil says, my favorite plural human. Hey, Luke, my favorite individual human. Hope you're having an awesome day. Here are some unexpectedly illegal things. In Ireclea, Italy, I believe that's how it's pronounced, right? Ireclea. Building sandcastles on the beach is illegal. Mutilation of the beach. Wow, so it's not even a safety reason. €200 fine. That's crazy. Mutilation of the beach. It's literally sand. It just goes back to being not a sandcastle. Like, it just goes back to being on the beach. It's like, okay, it's a day? It's like, what are they going to do? Are they going to just put their freaking foot on the neck of a 6-year-old for making a sandcastle? Get the fuck on the ground! Empty your fucking pockets, you piece of shit! What does he have on him? Check him for coke. Check him for guns and drugs. This motherfucker's serious. In Thailand, standing on banknotes is illegal. Shows the king. Oh. Up to 15 years in jail. I didn't even know they had a monarchy in Thailand, so... Like, does it really matter? Like, do you still have it? Does Thailand still have a monarchy? Yes. Is it still a constitutional monarchy under King? I am not gonna try to pronounce that last name. Rama X. Okay. Or Rama the 10th. Rama X. God, I'm stupid. King Rama X? Rama the 10th. Wow. Nice one there, Luke. Really showing off your intelligence, your university educated intelligence right there. Just because you went to post-secondary school doesn't mean you're intelligent. In Alabama, carrying an ice cream cone on your back pocket is illegal on Sunday. $500 fine. Again, that one seems obvious to me. It's the Lord's Day, so obviously you can't get anything past the Lord, okay? You think you can start sneaking around ice cream in your back pocket? All right. God is all seeing. All right. All knowing. For some reason doesn't want to cure kids with cancer, but is definitely very much worried about the ice cream cone in your back pocket. For this week's Would You Rather, the proof already exists. Bogo's Binted? What the hell is that? Bogo's Binted? I have no clue what that is. All right, well, why don't we read off the Would You Rather for this week, and then we'll hop into the episode. So the Would You Rather for this week is, if you were in a fight, which are you choosing? Your opponent gets the one that you don't choose. Either 10 times recovery or 10 times speed advantage. So think about that. So if you choose to 10 times the ability to recover, your opponent gets 10 times speed. But if you choose 10 times speed, your opponent gets 10 times recovery. So what do you have in you, buddy? What do you have in you, boys and girls and others and people and folks? I'm trying to be as inclusive as possible, but I feel like it's hard to find a generalizing word. I usually say guys, but like I've been told that has male connotations, but I feel like every time I approach a group of people of multiple genders, I'm like, "What's up, guys?" As in addressing a whole group. All right, why don't we hop into today's episode? So, first, as you can see from the episode title, what is the strangest fact that you know? First one comes from an older meme. You can protect yourself from shockwave barotrauma by cupping your hands over your ears and opening your mouth. This helps to avoid ruptured eardrums and blast lung. Okay. I feel like this only will help up to a certain extent, because if we're in like a nuclear apocalypse, it's like those videos when they all tell all the kids to get under the desks and curl up in a ball. It's like you are going to be incinerated. I don't really think that is going to do you much, protective justice there. I think you might as well just start fucking praying or meditating or just making yourself one with the universe, because you are very much soon to be reduced to ashes. I really don't think that curling up in a ball, okay, that might work for certain things, okay? You're getting attacked by maybe some kind of small animal, or I don't know, like maybe protecting yourself if someone's trying to kick you or something. Like, curling up in a ball may have its uses and purposes. I think at the very bottom of that list is nuclear warhead. I really don't think that what I'm thinking of is that scene in Terminator, is it Terminator 2, I think? Where, I forget, is it Sarah Connor? And she's having that flash forward or something, and someone's holding onto the fence and just gets absolutely fucking blown to ashes, and just completely disintegrated. Like, that's what I'm imagining. It's like, oh yeah, you can see that in the distance, that giant nuclear mushroom cloud. Remember to put your hands over your ears and close your eyes. It's like, my brother in Christ, we are about to be reduced to a pile of ashes. Remember to save your ears while you're at it. You don't want to burst your eardrums while you're getting, turned into reduced to carbon. Reduced to just basic carbon atoms. You don't want to lose your hearing while that's happening. So want to avoid blast lung. It's like, my brother in Christ, I think we're not going to have any lungs to get blasted. I don't know. Something about that just seems really funny to me. But I guess if you're far enough away, I suppose. But again, how do you judge that? So you're telling your boy, Yeah, dude, we're fine. We're fine. We're definitely out the blast zone. Just make sure to cover your ears and open your mouth and avoid that blast lung. And next thing you know, everything goes black. Um, Reply from Computer Savvy. We were taught in Navy boot camp that if we heard all hands brace for shock over the 1MC, a ship's public addressing system, do that while squatting on the balls of your feet. A person standing up with the shockwave passes through the ship will have a shockwave travel up through the legs, hips, and into the spine. Ow, wow. That sounds... As an athlete that plays basketball and football and does a lot of jumping, um, that hurts. I can feel that. That can do damage to several joint locations throughout the body. A person squatting on the balls of their feet, the legs act as shock absorbers, and the shock is absorbed by the calf, quadricep, and hamstring muscles. Jeez, bro. My hammies are about to be... Prepare for a pulled hamstring. I pulled my hamstring for the first time last year, like last summer. It was devastating, dude. Like, I was like, oh, wow. I can see why people don't like this. I didn't even know you could pull your hamstring. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought that was like, that could only happen if you were like, you know, trying to, you know, squat like a bajillion pounds. But I was definitely not expecting to pull my hamstring by just running. So expect my hamstrings to be vibrating like some Spanish guitar strings. Next one comes from Chi Min's Ho. Is that like Ho Chi Minh thing? A gargoyle is only called that if it's a water spout. If it's just a gargoyle-shaped statue, then it is called a grotesque. Why does that feel offensive? That is like... It's like, I feel like the grotesques are gonna be... That's like... That is like in no way complimentary. Like, and it definitely makes the word grotesque kind of like get an image in my head now, because now it makes the word like grotesque. If you heard someone call somebody else grotesque, it's like, wow, okay, that's a strong word. Okay, that's a very strong descriptor. Okay, that's like, is that an adjective, right? Adjective describes a noun. Yeah. So yeah, like a grotesque person. That would be pretty bad, but now knowing that the word literally is associated with something that is inherently meant to be like a demon, disgusting looking thing, like grotesque statue. Let's see. Oh my god, wow, that is very terrifying. This one is literally picking its nose with its finger. Like, dude, some of these are intense, man. Like, I don't want to ever see that again. These things are... What? Where does this come from? Wow, this one's eyes are popping. Guys, look up grotesque statue. These are all quite, like, scary. Like, genuinely. Like, oh my god! This one is horrifying. I didn't think you could get that detailed with stone, but apparently these motherfuckers are having some crazy dreams, man. What's up with the picking of the noses? I've seen this a couple times here. Why are they all picking their noses? Okay, these guys just look like a good time. It's like four stacked on top of each other, and they're these like little looking, bald, tiny looking things, and they're all just smiling with just messed up teeth, but they just look like they drink too much. A couple brothers who just drink too much. You know, a couple guys you see down at the pub. There is some really scary ones here, guys. I really encourage you to look this up. I'm not even joking. This is just... I didn't know you could get that. These stone carvers, like, they've got some pretty vivid imaginations. Like, what's the prompt there? Yeah, I just want to draw something that haunts you in your nightmares. Could you make that for me? Like, who's asking for this? Why are these? Why? Like, why are grotesques on buildings? Let's look. Why are grotesques on churches? Yeah, here we go. On ornamental non-functional carvings. Okay, non-functional. Yeah, okay. They don't, like, other than to scare the shit out of children and terrify them for the rest of their lives. They served as visual reminders of the spiritual battle between good and evil, warned sinners of damnation, and functioned as educational storytelling tools for largely an illiterate medieval population. So it's literally just to traumatize people. That seems like really nice of the church. Thanks a lot, church. Just when you didn't scare people enough through visions and teachings of burning for eternity in hell, just want to remind them every day when they walk into the place where they're supposed to worship their all loving God. By the way, I'm gonna scare the shit out of you. I'm gonna terrify you. I hope you think about this in your dreams. But remember, this is a place of loving kindness, okay, and caring, mutual respect. So, unless you sin, then one of those will visit you in your dreams, and then it'll come to life and cut your genitals off. Like, what the fuck? Next one comes from Underhill, 1986. Nearly all mammals over 6 pounds empty their bladder at the same average rate of 21 seconds. The ratio of bladder size to urethra size is amazingly consistent. Guys, I can actually confirm this because I've tried this, okay? Time yourself. Next time you go pee in the bathroom, time yourself. It's usually, give or take a few seconds, unless you just, drank a shit ton of water and had a bunch of coffee or something. It's usually in and around 21 seconds. Like, it's kind of crazy. I knew this one because I just heard it before, but it's a cool fact. And then you're going to think about it every time you go to the bathroom. Proper Spread 35, next one, says, Fred Bauer, Pringles inventor, had his ashes buried in a Pringle can. That I don't think there is something more like full circle than getting your ashes buried in a Pringles can after you literally created the Pringles can. Like, that's pretty fucking boss. Like, that's top tier. Like, you're definitely you're marking your territory. Like, you showed everybody what you just accomplished. You know what I mean? Like, there's no room for interpretation on that one. It's like, I wonder what message he was trying to give to us. I wonder what this could mean. It's like, no, it's literally just a flex. It's like, I got my ashes buried inside of the thing that made me $1 billion. It's pretty tough. That's respect, man. And, like, you gotta respect it because it's Pringles. Like, Pringles are, like, the most, like, egalitarian chip. Like, Pringles creator. Look at this fucking guy. This guy looks like yeah, dude. This guy, he looks like he was blazing trails, man. From the beginning, this guy looked like he was blazing trails. Okay, classic 50s hairdo back in the day. Great mustache. Well, wrong guy. But anyways, yeah, no. Kind of a weird mustache. But, yeah, dude. This guy looks like he was definitely thinking a few steps ahead here. He knew something we all didn't. Okay? And he literally died in 2008. He lived till he was 89 years old. 89 years old. And he died of Alzheimer's. Like, that, he didn't even die of just, like, some other shit. Like, he died of Alzheimer's. Honored his request to bury him in one of his cans by placing part of his cremated remains in the original Flavor Pringles container in his grave in suburban Springfield Township. The rest of his remains were placed in an urn, buried along with the can. Some placed in another urn and given to one of Bauer's. It's got a lot of ashes. Holy crap. Let's see. Bro, there's no... This guy doesn't have a biography? Not as much is known about this fellow. This guy has a very surprisingly small Wikipedia page. You'd think one of the guys who created one of the most iconic chips ever might have a bit longer of a Wikipedia page. Like, there's literally nothing about him on here. This guy's a freaking enigma, dude. This guy's a mystery to all. I wanna... Wait, where does the mustache come from? Like, where's that? Dude. There's literally on the Wikipedia page for Pringles, there is literally a mathematically hyperbolic paraboloid map of a Pringle. It's like, dang, bro. I didn't know it was that serious. Does every Pringle have to fit this hyperbolic paraboloid shape? And if it doesn't, they just like kill you on the spot in the factory? It's like they're X-raying each can to make sure you got it. It's like, does it fit the paraboloid? Shit, I tried my best. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. I never want to see this motherfucker ever again. He's never going to see the light of day. Kill this man and his family. It's like, holy crap. Okay, the logo is a stylized cartoon caricature of a head of a male figure designed by Louis R. Dixon with a large mustache and parted bangs. I love how they gave him parted bangs. Okay, wait. That's, in 1998. So what was the logo before? Come on, dude. What, like, original Pringles logo? I'm down a Pringles rabbit hole, guys. I'm down the Pringles can right now. I'm down way deep into the Pringles can. I'm going to where the hand don't reach. No. Okay, it had a mustache. That's a weird... I don't like the old logos. I like the best one is the 2009 to 2020. That's the best one. It's just so classic. That's all I can think about. The new one is so... I hate the minimalization of everything. Why can't we have nice things? Like, why do we have to go to, like, one little bow tie font Pringles thing with just a dark mustache and two little eyes, and he doesn't even have hair anymore? We stripped this man of his hair. We've stripped him bald. Why did we do this? There was nothing wrong with the logo before. Okay? He had a nice, detailed mustache with some really kind eyes, some nice Looney Tunes kind eyes, and a little bit of hair on top, okay? He's looking like he's about to go out for a very regal, refined evening. This other guy, this guy looks like a freaking pedophile, okay? This guy looks like I don't want him around my children, okay? He looks dangerous. He looks like a genuine predator. He looks ominous, okay? I don't like him at all. I don't trust him. He doesn't have any curls in his mustache. He doesn't have any of the waves here. Like, he doesn't have any hair going on at all. And I mean, not to crap on anyone who's bald, but this guy, pale white skin, like he's never seen the sun. Something is wrong about this guy, okay? Something's really making me question this man. I don't like, it has nothing to do with the fact that he's bald, but it's everything together. You know what I mean? I don't like it. We got to do something about this. Next one comes from D.S. Sapir. For years, the spiked tail of the Stegosaurus had no official scientific name. Then, cartoonist Gary Larson coined Thagomizer in a 1982 Far Side comic as a joke, named after a caveman named Thag Simmons. Wait, what? Named after a caveman? Is that also from the comic? Or did they just track down a caveman named Thag Simmons? I love how Thag is just like a pretty caveman-y name, but it just goes right to Simmons. Like, so he was a caveman who also worked at Goldman Sachs. Like, he was also working in the Empire State Building. Like, what's up with the last name Simmons? Like, We got Ooga Booga Simmons out here. Like, my name is Rump. Chesterfield. Actually, you could call me Rump Chesterfield. Okay, Mr. Chesterfield. Time to collect your taxes. Paleontologists found it useful, adopted it, and today it's used in museums, textbooks, and scientific papers. That's freaking awesome, dude. That is awesome, okay? To think that you literally just, like, created a scientific name out of just, like, trying to think of something cool. Like, what is it called? A thagomizer? Bro got smoked with the thagomizer and was never seen again. That's deadly, dude. Like, if you heard thagomizer, if you heard that your boy got thagomized, damn, I'm thinking, I'm worried for his family. Okay, I'm worried this has larger implications. Okay, I'm worried for the globe at large. Okay, if someone said they got thagomized, I'm like, he's the first of many. One fallen soldier, but it's not going to be just him. This is some serious. This is going to be a global effort. Okay, this is going to be like a COVID level, like, collaboration. We need to fight the thagomizer. Like, we are on borrowed time right now. We need to get the strongest and smartest minds together on this one. Toby, oh no, Toby, replies and says, also, Larson slightly regretted publishing that cartoon at first because it depicted humans and dinosaurs alive at the same time. He said something like, I know that shouldn't bother me, but it kind of does. And before deciding the comic was funny enough that it didn't matter. Dude, I don't think we're looking for historical accuracy on a comedy cartoon here. Like, I don't really think, like, have you, like, Spider-Man is, this just in, Spider-Man is not a real person. I don't think people are looking for a ton of historical accuracy out of their cartoon, graphic novels and comic books. I don't really think people are reading them for their, fidelity to historical events. You know what I mean? It's like, what? Captain America never killed Hitler? It's like, yeah, because Captain America is a fictional person. This doesn't make any sense. It's like, are you really? You're looking for historical continuity? Captain America also, lifts a car above his head. Like, I don't think that ever happened to people ever. I don't think anyone's ever been able to do that. Like, that's, I don't really think we're looking for a whole lot of accuracy out of this. It's translatable to real life, Next one comes from Danny the Lovebug. Operation Blue Peacock. Easy to understand how I know this, as I am a former nuclear warhead specialist, but okay, that is crazy. But Blue Peacock is insane, even just as a hypothetical. When the British entered the nuclear arms industry, they had fears of another land invasion, especially from the USSR during the Cold War. So they thought, what if we make landmines, but make them nuclear? This just sounds like humans love getting along. And if you've never heard of this before, you're likely over here thinking, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. But as Billy Mays would say, but wait, there's more. Someone rightfully asked, how would we keep internal components from freezing since many of them were sensitive? So what was proposed? What was the one proposed solution? Putting a fucking chicken inside the landmine with food and body heat will warm the components. Okay, Danny, but the chicken will die and the body heat goes away. Now what? Don't worry, we'll just dig it up, remove the corpse, and put another chicken in ad infinitum. This sounds like some Looney Tunes level planning here. This sounds like some fucking Wile E. the Coyote type Roadrunner shit here. Like, don't worry, we'll just put in another chicken. Like, I think this actually did happen. Didn't, like, pigeons weren't pigeons used in submarines or something like that? Or fuck, what was it? Like, or in airplanes, or no, they were in missiles. They were in missiles. Yeah, pigeons and missiles. Here we go. It was a project, but by renowned psychologist B.F. Skinner. Project Pigeon. Okay, I don't think it was ever used, but I learned about this in university. During World War II, renowned psychologist B.F. Skinner developed Project Pigeon, an initiative to use trained pigeons to guide missiles. Birds were placed in the nose cone and taught via operant conditioning to peck at enemy targets on a screen. The peck sent electronic signals, successfully adjusting the missile's trajectory. Let's see. The nose housed 3 pigeons. Despite successful lab tests and demonstrations, the U.S. military viewed the idea as eccentric and impractical, ultimately canceling the project in 1944 in favor of electronic systems. Yeah, electronic systems. I think the evolution there is a little bit more, we can see the vision there. We can see it. But if we were still using pigeon-guided missiles today, I hope we would live in a peaceful world, more peaceful world, honestly. Because it clearly went the way of the digital, the way of the electronic missile guiding systems. What is up with the military and birds, man? Like, what is up with the birds? Can we not just leave these motherfuckers alone? I know I hate them. Okay, I'm not a fan of birds. I don't like birds. They scare the shit out of me. But can we not just, use them for normal things instead of, it's like, oh, I've got a great idea. We're going to send a pigeon to Mars, and it's going to peck its way there. Bro, can we just, send a computer? We have AI now. Can we not just send ChatGPT? I'm sure it's going to give us a much more accurate feedback than whatever a pigeon is going to tell us. It's like, no, trust me. We're going to use the pigeon to tell us Morse code, and it's going to tell us what it sees. It's like, can we just use a camera, bro? I feel like we're doing, this is where we're taking a million steps when we could just take one big one. All right, folks, we're going to wrap it up there for today's episode. Thank you all so much for tuning into another episode of the Reddit Asks Us podcast, the podcast where we read and react to comments from r/AskReddit. I am your host, Luke Dick. Now, remember, please leave us a rating and leave us a review on this episode. Remember, you can comment on Spotify and answer the Would You Rather. I love each and every single one of you. Peace out. Love you. Goodbye.